So on continuation with the glycolysis cycle, I have said in the previous slide there are 10 several enzymes involved in the conversion of one molecule to another. So these are all the 10 important enzymes which is having the role in the process of converting one molecule to another. So for first enzyme is hexokinase. So first enzyme is hexokinase, in which this hexokinase will have the role in the glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. So glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate with the help of enzyme hexokinase. So glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate with the help of enzyme phosphoglucose isomerase. So that series of 10 chemical reactions are involved, and first enzyme is hexokinase, and second enzyme is phosphoglucose isomerase, and third one phosphofructokinase, and fourth one aldolase, and fifth one the triose phosphate isomerase, and sixth one glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase, and seventh one phosphoglycerate kinase, where 8th enzyme is phosphoglycerate mutase, and 9th one enolase, and 10th one it is the pyruvate kinase. So these are all the 10 enzymes which acts on glycolysis for the conversion of glucose into pyruvate. So the products, so what are the final end products that is obtained during the glycolysis process, in the sense 2 ATP molecules and 2 pyruvate molecule and 2 NADH molecule. And coming to the net reaction, so these are all the overall net reaction. So glucose plus 2 NAD plus 2 ADP plus 2 phosphate gives the 2 molecule of pyruvate, 2 molecule of NADH, 2H plus 2 ATP molecule, and 2H2O is released. So overall the glycolysis converts 6 carbon molecule of glucose into 3 carbon molecule of pyruvate. So we have seen here the end product of glycolysis in aerobic condition is pyruvate, and lactate in anaerobic condition. So you have seen the reactions. So coming to the glucose formula, it is C6H12 and O6, and this converted into 2CH3. So 6C6 is converted into C3 of 2 molecules. So pyruvate formula 2CH3 COCOOH. So this is the pyruvate formula. So here 2 ADP is converted into 2 ATP, and 2 NAD plus is converted into 2 NADH. So this is the overall net reaction of the glycolysis. So you should write this net reaction properly. And coming to the metabolic disorders, so what are all the disorders which is associated with the carbohydrate metabolism, in the sense, so there are 5 types of metabolic disorders. First one is galactosemia, and another one is hereditary fructose intolerance, and lactose intolerance, pentosuria, and fructosuria. So how the disease will occur in our body, in the sense the enzyme deficiency. So we have seen 10 different enzymes. So in which one of the enzyme is a disorder, or one of the enzymes will not work in that place, so that metabolite will get accumulated in our body, and that leads to the disorder. So when galactosemia, the substrate involved is galactose, and the enzyme deficiency is galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase, and this enzyme will deficient in the galactosemia disorder. So it just the galactose will not converted into another product. So galactose it just accumulated, and it leads to the galactosemia. And further, lactose intolerance. So lactose, it has to be converted into glucose plus galactose. So with the help of enzyme lactase. So if the lactase enzyme is deficient in our body, so the lactose is not converted into glucose plus galactose, wherein lactose is accumulated in our body, and which leads to the lactose intolerance. So if the person have the deficiency of lactase enzyme, he or she may not digest the lactose. So several adults or several children have the fear of eating milk products because he or she does not having the lactase enzyme. So these are all the common disorders that is associated with the carbohydrate metabolism.